scattered around the island. Similar thing happening here. You see where the arrows are starting to disperse and where they're headed now. It's always interesting to see where people drop. One team Wailing Woods, 2 or 3 teams towards the risky side of the map. And of course, look at the light brown at the top right of your screen, dropping quite far away from each other. I like that strategy as well. And let's see, we finally are going to have some action and just a tiny bit of action at Tilted Towers. I believe that's 2 teams dropping Tilted. So good action about to ensue. Let's jump on board now with Kedzer as he has a mini shield and do a nice little dance here as well, with a grappling gun and a pump shotgun to his name. But Porta Fortresses are alive. Let's go. On board of that Nyx right now of Fnatic. Of course, Fnatic, a phenomenal esports organization in the European side of things. They, of course, have invested heavily in Fortnite, and why not? One of the best games out right now. So much fun and so awesome from a competitive standpoint as well.
That's right. Taking a look at the current teams, Amar and Gabby are together here, trying to hunt down Etnix and take him down. He might be by himself here. Now, this is a tough spot to be in. 1, you land in a 1v2 situation. 2, you land in containers in a 1v2 situation. It's tough. I mean, there's really not many areas to build. The containers themselves have so much health and really don't offer too much metal. There's just a lot of things. I mean, look, they even had a Porta Fortress, so Amar has high ground basically for free. And now Gabby's just trying to find Etnix. She's down below trying to close in. But man, oh man, hopefully Fnatic can, or Etnix rather, can turn this whole thing around.
Yep, on board now with Amar. Sitting high side right now. It's an interesting standoff between Fnatic, Etnix, Gabby, and Amar here. I'm not sure if Etnix is the only one alive. I don't see the other member of Etnix or Fnatic here. Interesting situation.
Now don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuning in, this is our new spectator mode client. So we get to see things a little differently than most people right now. As you can tell, taking a look at basically breaking it down for you. If you see a player like Vitality Ads has a 27 near his name, if you see another player that has a 27, that's his dual teammate. So keep an eye out for that as well. Whenever you're watching the game, if you look up at the top right, we're also going to give you additional information and that you can basically see all the players in the vicinity, right? So if you look at top 3, you can very clearly see there's a team moving in toward Salty Springs, there's a blue team down below, and there's a team even further down below. So this is just to help with clarity and help you, give you the most information we can. But look at this, Eric takes down a player there. It's Vitality Ads here in Salty Springs. But man, there's still a whole other dual team here. We see a dual team coming in from down south, quickly closing the gap. I mean, the action's heating up here very quickly. Already 82 players left in the current lobby.
Definitely, and of course, Ads, a member of the Dusty Dogs. So if you're a fan of Vitality or of Ads, maybe you should be cheering for the Dusty Dogs. Let us know, as mentioned. But yeah, a lot of interesting action here towards Salty Springs. We see Fnatic sitting towards bottom basement of Big Blue House. We see Solary top Blue House with Jules, of course, posting up as well. Not really connected through a lot of cover there, so they can get knocked down pretty easily.
This is DK. He's near Shifty Shafts. Again, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the top right of your screen. There's so many duo teams here, and some are now making their way in. We've got one player, looks like he might be himself. That looks like Severin, who is in a 1v2, but now DK is looking to assist here and potentially Vulture and our third party's eliminations. Dan Hizzle goes down. I mean, these are tight spaces where there's just people running around all over the place, Fallout.
Yep, and it looks like Severin did go down all up to Chinkin right now. Chinkin with 9 HP is going to take out one. He has 2 eliminations right now, so 2 more, and he'll net himself a point. That, of course, is assuming Severin, his teammate, did not have any eliminations. So they're, of course, representing the Fortnites, and it looks like he's still alive right now. So well done right there from Chinkin.
And something we need to talk about, especially in this format with Hold the Throne, is whatever duo team has the most eliminations, they are called what's hold. They basically hold that throne, right? Not only is that in itself, at the end, whoever holds the most throne, the holds throne will get an additional prize bonus. But Yoshi here and Kinstar hold the throne with the most eliminations. While the most eliminations is actually 11. Their duo team has I'm sorry, Kinstar and Hunter, rather. But man, I mean, 11 eliminations coming out from that duo. Unbelievable. I mean, that's why they're the guys at the top, right? They've got all the points they've racked up from eliminations. On top of that, they have 2 floating points. Now, if another duo team can get more than eliminations, they'll steal those 2 points, and those 2 points will be theirs. But We've only got 2 games left. I guess anything is possible if that's what the skirmish series has taught us, is that literally it's not over until it's over.
It's so incredibly true. Morgoth's a good example of that at PAX West. Really coming out of nowhere with some great late game performances to take home first place. And for the 19-year-old, unbelievable stuff here. Meanwhile, Bowman representing Wildcard alongside Alpha on a different team here in this game. He's going to pick up 1. That's something that's been really cool to see as well. Teams, different organizations, teammates outside of Skirmish are now on different clubs, so it creates these really cool rivalries. Of course, some of them are on the same club. You know, you see Team Liquid, I think Poach and Vivid are on the same club in the North American side, but it's interesting. It's really interesting how this is going to break down.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this replay. So look at this. He had 1 bullet left. Amar secures that elimination and has 1 bullet left. Unbelievable. Windwalker, though. So this is Carnifax. He's hurt.
Wow.
He's trying to secure this elimination. This could be 2 points. Oh! Unfortunately, Carnifax goes down to Lothar. I actually love Lothar. I'm going to give him a little quick shout out. He plays with eye tracking on. So whenever you watch him, he's got like what's almost like a bubble. It's like tracking screen where he's looking. The guy's amazing. He's a phenomenal player.
Wow.
I love him so much.
What type of technology that is? Is it Toby?
I honestly have no idea, and I plan to talk to him about it because whenever I watch his streams, I'm like, dude, this guy's so cool. His tracking is, I think, unmatched. Like, he tracks so much all at once. It's insane.
That's awesome, man. There's some great eye tracking technology out there. I know a couple are based over in Scandinavia, Sweden, and different areas there as well. So I wonder if he's coming from that region and knows about it. Perhaps a first mover. If you are sitting at home, if you want to differentiate yourself or do some cool things, eye tracking technology, that's awesome to hear.
Start with Lothar, man. Look him up. He's worth it, I promise. But, dude, look at this circle. We go north side, and a gigantic chunk has been taken out by the basically the empty space, the void, if you will. So basically, players have a lot less space to work with for this first circle, and then we'll have to see kind of how future circles present themselves. Yeah,
what you mean by that is a third of the circle almost is in the water. Is that kind of referencing? Yep, yeah, that's a great point. Not as much land mass to use in this first circle, so it's going to be interesting the end here. SK7 has been performing very well. Nice quick edit there. Storm's not going to do a lot of damage early on. I believe this is the first Storm, so only 1 point of damage until it reaches its... Actually, no, 2... Yeah, 1 point of damage until it reaches its destination, and then it'll do 2 points of damage per second.
Let's check out this replay coming in real fast. Yoshi goes down to the double barrel, and now Beehive is looking to secure this elimination. Hopefully he was able to. Apostle still alive. Look at that. They've got the Rift on the go. They've got a grappler. Sops is just waiting for Apostle to top off. Then they'll just reposition with that Rift on the go. Yep. And then Genside Blackside was right outside, looking to gatekeep, but I don't think he knows that they've got a Rift on the go.
Yep. Apostle, Mr. Bowtie himself, as you call it out. He is currently representing the Rift Raiders for fall skirmish. Now they're going to use that. Not going to use that Rift to go. They're going to have to hold on to it. So Klinger, and he does have he does have a grappling gun. Sorry, and he's able to use that grappling gun well. Look at these grenades. That's why they didn't use it. They have grenades to use. Apostle though going to be in a world of hurt. He's going to go down. Nice job by Blacksu. Look at the reaction time from him to down Apostle. And now a 1 versus 1 fight. Sops versus Blacksu. Currently turtling himself into this 1-by-1, editing his way out, and here comes the peak. Is he going to go for it after he reloads? Yes, he does. See, remote explosives out, and then the quick build and placement comes through as well. I'm loving what I'm seeing right now out of Blacksu. Great gameplay, but the 1v1 is not over yet. Sops in a very intense situation here. Wow, what a 1 versus 1 this has been.
I mean, absolutely. The other thing to keep in mind is they're fighting in this anti-gravity zone. That's why Apostle went down, and look at that. Black Cell secures the elimination. So I think if you might have missed it, it happened so fast, but basically Apostle grappled into the zone, and when he turned around, he was mid-air, and that's why he went down. He tried to basically grapple over the head of Black Cell there, but Black Cell was prepared for it and basically used the anti-gravity zone to his advantage there.
And that was brilliant. I mean, talk about a playmaker. Black Cell in a 1 versus 2, getting grenade launched and comes out on top. And then in the 1 versus 1, I love the way he played that, how he built high ground, had those remote explosives, used them to his advantage offensively. Usually you see remote explosives used defensively to knock down cover, but it goes to show those things can be used in a variety of ways. So well played right there by Blacksu.
Absolutely. Now we are here, north side near Lazy Links. Atlantis Metro, we got Povzy against Kinstar and Hunter. Now, keep in mind, these guys are not only in first place, they hold the throne with 11 eliminations total, combined, and get this, they've also held the throne since Game 1. In Game 1, they dropped 11 eliminations.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. That is life right now, okay? I don't know that Mitro wants to tangle with Kinstar. I mean, look at that. Kinstar was prepared. He cracks back. Wow. Okay, I mean, all right. What do you do in this type of situation here, Fallout?
Yeah, you're hurt. You're damaged. You know Kinstar's a little damaged too, though. So you want to try, again, it always comes down to getting your high ground, holding that, and then working with your teammate to secure those eliminations and try to get as much damage as possible and really just chip away at the damage of your opponent. Play smart, play passive. Don't feel the need to rush into this, especially with a med kit at your disposal.
And look at that. So Kinstar just secured the elimination on Pavzi. Yeah. Mitro is by himself right now in a 1v2 against not only the #1 spot, but they also hold the throne. So I guess they're the kings of the lobby, if you will.
Yeah, well said. I gotta take back my words earlier. I compared Kinstar to the likes of Vivid. Of course, very similar players. They're very consistent. But I'm thinking maybe like a Ghost Bizzle now. Just pure skill and raw slaying power and being able to get a lot of eliminations. 11 in game #1. That's just unbelievable.
Now the Storm is moving in. Fallout, they've got 30 seconds before the Storm overtakes this entire area. Mitro doing everything he can, trying to maintain that high ground. Oh, he gets a huge hit on Hunter.
Gosh.
Can he follow up, though?
He has a campfire. Oh, he gets one elimination. Not gonna get, or he gets one knock. He's not gonna get the elimination, though. Wow.
Hunter secures and downs Mitro. And look, he's gonna place the campfire. So he's going to be able to heal himself while also simultaneously picking up Kinstar. But here's the thing, man. They still have a long way to go. They have a little, and now the storm wall's going to close. It's going to tick for. No way, they've got a chug. And
I don't know if Hunter's going to be able to make it though. I think Hunter might be out of this one here. Oh, jump pad place. He's trying to use it as much as he can. And he's going to get knocked out by the storm here. At least halfway through that. Chug going to be in the hands here. Well played. So one of them will live to see another day. I believe one of them will get knocked by that storm.
Well, so what's good is, even though he started his way first, so even if he goes down, he can be picked up by Kinstar at the very edge of storm. No, he made it.
HP.
This is why these guys are at the top, Fallout. What is happening?
Resource management at its finest. He waited to the very last second of campfire just at his disposal and gets out. Both of them alive. Solary in a great position now, barely surviving. But meanwhile, we have Alpha and Dominate still alive in this one. Oh boy.
That was, oh wow. So someone boxed him in, bouncers and a trap. He drops him all the way down to 24. Tomo here is very hurt with only effectively 74 HP. Wow, that was the likes of Ollie Gamers, who was basically just playing with his food.
And I love this aggression from Ollie. You heard the trap get sounded, you know he's hurt, and you're playing with aggression trying to finish the elimination here. Smart decision, and Ollie is going to connect. Well done. And again, if you're an aspiring competitive Fortnite player, keep an eye on that. Resource management, you got to be aware of the situation, and you got to play with aggression. It's kind of like a hot and cold game. You got to know when to be hot and play with aggression. You got to know when to be the mouse and play a little more passive.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's a fantastic point. Players, you can tell how good they are, even if it's like a situation looks guy that suddenly comes out, or there's a team that's waiting there, or there's so many things to consider. And a lot of these players, you can tell, even if the situation looks favorable from our perspective and they don't engage, there's something they know that we don't.
Yep.
Or they believe there's something there that we may not see. And so again, going back to EU, just being methodical players, really thinking through every single possible variable, really. Yeah, it's crazy.
And on the flip side too, with this brilliant spectator mode, there's a lot that we know as viewers and fans that the players don't know. We get to see everyone's health. We get to see a lot of things that players necessarily won't have that information. So really an awesome dynamic there. And the players that have the most awareness and understand the situation, I think, are able to profit. Team Liquid is great at that on the North American side. And you've seen it here on the European side as well. Look at this.
Ollie Gamers takes down a player there at range. But now that player's team. Okay, so now the teammate starts to double back, and look at Risky Reels, man. It's a hot spot. The new safe zone has presented itself, and there's just players looking to make sure they can post up, fortify. Look at all these teams fall out. There's so many.
Crazy. 9 grapples left with the grappling hook here from Black Zoo, which is nice to see, some mobility for him. And one thing I want to keep a close eye on now, as we're rotating through players, is their inventory loadout. All greens right now for Skite. But check out if they have mobility. Check out who has the Portafortresses, who has the Rift to Goes, and who has the weapons that really can help them succeed in the late game when mobility is so important. Of course, that's been a great theme of this entire broadcast, is the importance of mobility in the current metagame of Fortnite competitive.
That's right. Wildcard Alpha's got himself a grappler as well. And actually, I don't know if you saw it because we were there for a very brief time, but Blackso actually has a grappler and a Porta Fortress.
Oh, wow.
He's got both. Yep.
Huge. As long as he can stay alive now. So again, this changes how you want to play. If you have that loadout, you don't want to play aggressive. You want to play for late game because you have good late game items that can get you a placement win. So it's so awesome in Fortnite how there's so many variables that affect your decisions in every single moment. I know, back in competing, there were some teams that were amazing at that, knowing what to do in every scenario. Arctic, your peer, was one of the best in the world at that, knowing how to react with his teammates depending on the situation. And that's something that's really important. Almost any competitive title, but let alone Fortnite, was out with how many variables there are.
And man, look, we saw them for just a moment. Kinstar, he's poised right now. They have posted up. They're within the safe zone. They're ready to go. And now look, Wildcard Alpha is down low. Svenos is still very much alive here. I mean, here we go. We've got about 50 seconds here before this storm starts to come in. And again, it's going to force players, if you look at the top right of your minimap, it's going to force players onto that mountain. If players are not prepared, or if they have not, set up shop, it's going to spell disaster for them, potentially.
Exactly. Talk about the importance of early rotations. Alpha now pushing up. I'm not sure if he recognizes someone's in that 1x1. Might have been his teammate. He's going to build himself. Speaking of 1x1s, that's 1x1 himself. Not sure if he has a teammate alive here.
I believe that is Wildcard's teammate. If not, wow, this person is brave.
Interesting situation here. Meanwhile, Svenis, such a reputable name on the European side of things. Let's see what he can do. We haven't seen him with many top 5 finishes yet. This could be the difference here in game number 5. Keep in mind, game 5, game 6 are just as valuable as game 1, game 2. It doesn't matter where you're at now in the standings. It's how you perform and how you finish in game 5 and game 6 that matters the most.
Could not have said it better myself, my friend, but we're going to start winding down here as now the circle is going to start forcing players together. It's going to start bottlenecking players as well. I mean, I know for a fact they probably don't want to be fighting in Wailing Woods, man. Trees are difficult to fight around, especially because you can't build as high as you'd like to. So they're doing the thing, which is clearing out the trees preemptively. Smart, I think. Yeah,
completely agreed. In that Wailing Woods area especially. Good decisions now. Of course, that hill, or that final circle, will be rotating momentarily, so we'll see after 25 seconds where that's going to go. But on board with Harmony right now. Building himself a 1x1 all the way up. Good edits. And he's in a safe spot here. Looks like he'll just be posting up.
16 seconds here before we get a new zone. Now Fallout. Well, I mean, what should players be looking to do here in this spot with 32 players left in the lobby?
Yeah, honestly, at this point, you want to wait out those 3 seconds, and as soon as you see where the next circle is going to go, control your fate and get center circle. Here's these players that are already there, which is going to give them a big one up. But let's see if the rest can get there as quick as possible. And for an early rotation, or will they decide to stay back? And keep in mind, though, a couple items can help. If you have a rift to go, you can maybe stay a little more delayed, let everyone rotate, and like we said earlier, the analogy of ants or traffic in London. we want to see the late rotations come through sometimes so you avoid that mess. Maybe wait for rush hour to end.
And now we've got a minute before this storm starts to overtake this area. And now we got to make a decision.
Look at this. The beautiful outlines. What weapon they have out, too. What item they have out. It's great.
Now 40 seconds. I mean, look at how many players are north side, right? They have to start making their way not only over that mountain, but through the trove of players up on that mountain itself. And then back into Wailing Woods for cover, where there's, I mean, look at this.
Wow.
Look at the over the eye in the sky. Look how many people have already built inside Wailing Woods. It's like,
and are continuing to build. I mean, it's just,
this is going to be nuts. Oh, there's a Porta Fortress up top. As you can see, looks like a UFO. Oh my goodness.
Craziness. This is awesome. 32 people alive still, so the action is sure to break down as the rotations are going to start coming through in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Everyone's going to be starting to rotate in that circle. A lot of early rotations did come through. Fights about to ensue. Ghost Gaming still alive there on the bottom right. You saw as he was peeking just a little bit ago, the Vic, of course, and Miz, who won last game, still alive as well, but not a lot of HP to his name.
There's players are scrambling right now, Followed. Everyone's trying to do the best they can to get safe, but look at that. Marwana knocks out a player. Ghost Camo knocks out Marwana. That's only been 2 players total that have gone down. There's still 31 left. There's still players coming in. Razor now finds elimination, knocks out Skewer and eliminates him right there with a shotgun and a rifle. I mean, this is going to get nuts pretty quickly. There's still 30 players. Oh my gosh, there's 30 players left in this lobby in this tiny little space.
Can you believe it? And look at these catacombs that have been created now. What a brilliant game. I haven't seen them, I've been looking. I haven't seen a lot of mobility items. I haven't seen a lot of shockwaves or porta fortresses. So keep an eye at the bottom right of your screen when we rotate through players. What do they have at their disposal to use? Harmy's going to pick out one. That's going to be Mech, who gets taken out.
And I believe now we're down to still 28 players. Take a look at the next circle. So it is going to move outside into the storm. And it's still within Wailing Woods.
Yep.
Look at this, shots. Crabble landing a nice 30 there on the shield, but we've got 20 seconds, and then everyone is going to have to be forced to move here. I mean,
yep.
What do you think? What's going to happen? Can you make predictions here? We've got 15 seconds.
Honestly, this is almost unpredictable at this point. It's been really, the gameplay has been amazing. Sackener of Secret, so Dementos' teammate gets taken out, but I believe Dementos is still alive. Crabble, of course, was playing with Tinny. Not sure if Tinny's still alive, though. Is going to throw some nice offensive remote explosives. He gets some good damage in there. Now the rotations have to come. And look at this setup here. One member pushing up. That's Crabble, who's in a pretty dangerous spot. Svenos, the legend himself, is currently sitting on high ground in a good position to win this game.
On top of that, Solar Hunter goes down, so Kinstar is left by himself right now in a lobby, left with 21 players. That's 20 players he has to make his way through to try and secure Victory Royale.
And if I'm Svenos right now, I want to stay patient. You have high ground. There's still 20-something people alive. You want to let them all fight it out. Don't get baited to go low side and fight like we saw happen a couple times, a couple games ago. And I like what I'm seeing out of Svenos. He is a veteran at this point in Fortnite, competing at a high level for such a long time. We're going to see him hold his high ground and make the right decision.
Oh, Tinny goes down there, but the thing to keep in mind with Svenos is that he really doesn't have ammo. He needs to make an elimination and hope that they have ammo reserves because he's running very low. And right here, Crabble is in a 1v1 engagement. Oh man, the storm is going to start moving again here in 15 seconds.
Look at the edits from Crabble to come through. He's going to get a shot from above. That might be Svenos on the high side. Crabble now does have a med kit at his disposal. He wants to hold on to those med kits in case he gets off and a heal off. He's going to pop those minis instead. Smart decision from Crabble. Hold on to those meds. You might need it at a more dangerous spot here. 16 people. And Kinstar's going to get damaged up, but he's still alive. So Solar and Kinstar still in this one. A couple knocks do come through. Svenos at the bottom left of your screen does get taken out. And actually, no, he's knocked down, so he's still up. Miz gets taken out by the storm, and 14 people remain in this one.
Kinstar doing his best to keep himself alive. There's so many players left here. You just watch the way he's moving. Look at that. He finds an elimination, but oh no! A Bowman immediately takes him down. We've got 9 players left here in the zone.
And there's 9 players left.
I know. Masta's down, City Driver up top.
Oh, City Driver has every single position to win this. Only 120 mats, maybe about 180 mats total. Needs to be smart here. But Issa wants to take high ground himself. I'm not sure if he knows that City Driver's above him. But either way, sitting in a pretty good spot here.
Now looking down, we've got 8 players left in the lobby. Fallout.
Yeah, there's so many. His teammate.
So we can actually look here. So we've got Bowman right now at the top. He's got 5 eliminations. Blexu is in second with 4. Unfortunately, as I say that, Bowman goes down. He gets taken down by Blaxo.
That should be a top 4 placement, which will get him some points, I believe. Not guaranteed necessarily, but we will see. Fight's going down. Issa gets one with the rifle. Look at him just sitting high ground, picking off one by one, but they're going to get their cover destroyed here. And now they're currently separated. Look at this tree. We talked about the tree and the importance of cover in this final Wailing Woods fight, and it's keeping them alive here for City Driver. They finally want to destroy it after it saved them.
The tree is the real MVP in this situation. And now City Driver and his teammate Isa want to go down, and they want to try and clean up these final eliminations. They're so close to Victory Royale. They have the high ground like you talked about. They're in a very advantageous spot, but now they just have to make sure they can play this methodically and correctly. Just take a look.
Oh my goodness. Ghost Issa with a huge play on Crabble. He takes him out. Only 25 HP and a med kit to his name. And now Issa and City Driver, both with med kits, I believe, should be in a good position to win this one. Instead, he doesn't want to go for the heal off. He wants to go for the fight. And he finds exactly that. Issa with the hero play. And Ghost Gaming Issa comes out on top alongside with City Driver. Brilliant play. I love what I saw.
Wow.
I love it. Issa goes for the play. Let City Driver be the healer that's going to get the Victory Royale. He says, hey, you heal. You play your role. I'm going to play aggressive, and it worked out perfectly. Brilliant duo gameplay right there from Issa and City Driver.
I think that was the correct play, right? Like, especially you talked about communication, saying, look, I've got med kits. And at that point, you only need one of you to survive. So it's like, hey, Issa, how about you hop down? And it works. Let's say at worst, Issa goes down. At minimum, he's cracked that player for shots, right?
Exactly.
And now they have less health going into that heal off at the end. Wow. That was an awesome Game 5.
Amazing Game 5. That's my favorite game so far.
So far?
I love the ending. I love the dramatic finish. We've seen heal-offs. We've seen a variety of finishes. But right there, the ability of those two to use such good teamwork, such intelligent play, and communicate during the madness, by the way.
Yep.
Issa drops. He takes out Crabble with the hero play, 25 HP, barely heals up, but has the confidence to take the 1-versus-1. He says, hey, I'm putting the team on my back. I'm getting a victory royale. And he does exactly that. Well done from Issa.
I think it's a great point because we saw for a moment, it's like he hesitated and he went for the bandages, but he was like, you know what? I don't have time. I just need to make this play. And he committed, and his aggression pays off. So we also have some highlights coming in from that game number 5 of the EU scene. Wow, this action, it just continues to get better and better, man. I mean, look at that, Beehive has a Porta Fortress. Yoshi goes down. Man, we're gonna have to see where the standings are after that game, going into the final game, because I feel like we constantly see different players make it into the final, 10. Oh my gosh, exactly. I'm almost at a loss of words, dude. Like, I just watching in awe of like how incredible these players are and their decision making.
Beautiful.
What do you think?
Yeah, brilliant. I completely agree with you. We are seeing different players every single game, and what that says to me, having casted a variety of titles, is the skill level and the skill gap between these players is so minimal. I mean, anyone can go off at any time. It goes to show, and again, my hat off, and a lot of love for the European Fortnite community. So many talented players, so much variety of skill and players. It's been really great to see.
What do you think? So that's our Game 5. We got one game left. Make some predictions.
Oh, gosh, this is crazy. You know what? I can't wait to see these updated standings. Kinstar has performed time and time again on Summer Skirmish. He's been holding the throne and holding the #1 spot game in and game out so far in the first week, the opening day of Fall Skirmish. I'm going to make the dumb, obvious prediction. Kinstar stays on top. However, I'm looking for something a little crazy. Here's my bold prediction.
Okay.
I've liked what I've seen out of the Vitality team.
Oh.
They've been teeter-tattering with 3 or 4 points. They haven't performed in the top 10 placement just yet. But I think they're going to have a breakout game here in game number, is it number 6 coming up?
This is number 6.
Unbelievable. I think we're going to see them have a breakout game.
Oh, man. What do you guys at home think? Make your predictions with the hashtag Fall Skirmish. Who do you think is going to win? What club are you repping and why? And obviously talk about how amazing Fall it is, because he's amazing.
Okay, once again, Zeke for PM. Ladies and gentlemen.
No, stop. Don't. I swear, if I open my phone and I see those, I'm going to be so upset at all of you.
Zekemus Prime on Twitter, my friends.
No.
Hashtag Lucky Llamas, hashtag Bush Bandits, hashtag Dusty Dogs, hashtag Fortnite, or the Rift Raiders.
Rift Raiders.
Where does your loyalty lie? Which club? Let us know, guys.
Man, I mean, I'm just so pumped, dude. And I just thought about it. We have another 6 games later.
Oh my gosh!
We have so 6 excited. More games coming in from NA later.
Zeke, I could take 6 games. I could do 28 games.
I mean,
that's how much fun this is. I mean, it's amazing. It's such an honor to be here. You have no idea how much it means to be sitting at this desk and having a chance to commentate high-level Fortnite gameplay.
Dude, we're happy to have you here. It's been a pleasure, obviously. But you know who else is here? The participants that are participating. Man, I hate doubling up on the P there. But let's take a look at the players that are participating right now. We got Under the Fortnite. Take a look. So again, this is the duo format, and this is their final game. The last chance to make it on the board, the last chance to move up through the standings and try to place the top 10. Because, man, again, you talked about it earlier, only top 10 will receive a prize, essentially. And also those delicious club points. I mean, just unbelievable play. I still can't believe it. We still have 6 games later coming in from NA. But man, I love EU. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it loud and proud. I love you, EU. You impress me every time. I honestly feel like anytime I watch EU games, like they knock my expectations out of the water. There's always people that show up that impress me. The plays themselves are insane. The decision making is out of this world. I mean, EU. My heart belongs potentially to you. I don't want to box myself in and commit too much, but I like you a lot.
I'm right there with you, especially after watching this gameplay. They've put on a show for us. I got a lot of love. My roots are in Europe. My family's from Greece originally, so hashtag Team EU. I think we're both on board. It's been a lot of fun to watch so far.
Oh my gosh, so what do you think, dude? We're about to hop into our final game of the day. I'm also terrified to open my phone because I'm terrified of what you've done to me and sent people my way
You
saying.
have no idea how many hashtag Zeke for PMs are in there. If you have not already, at ZekeMisPrime on Twitter, guys, give him some love. The caster behind Summer Skirmish and Fall Skirmish, week in and week out. He's providing a lot of entertainment. It's been great so far.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I bet, to change gears, I bet you guys at home want to know something, and that's the standings. Let's take a look.
There it is.
So after this last game, yet again, Kinstar and Hunter, the front runners of the pack, this has been since game 1. Not only have they been in first spot, they've also held the throne so they get an additional 2 points. Man, I mean, how do you compete with the likes of Kinstar and Hunter, the Titans of, I would honestly say the Titans of EU.
Yeah, and this is interesting because if a lot of the North American players are watching, that's a good strategy. If you get a high limb game early on, you hold the throne, you get 2 points guaranteed every single game. That's keeping them on top. It's been really great to see. Meanwhile, big storyline, we just missed it, but Svenis is in 11th or 12th place, barely outside of the money, so keep an eye on him to go big in game number 6.
That's right. We talked about it earlier. You know, the game is not over until it is over. So in this final game, the dust will settle. We'll see where players end up, but wow, how have you guys at home been enjoying all the action? It's been intense.
Amazing.
Hit us with the hashtag Fall Skirmish. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your favorite teams. Send us your favorite clips. Talk about how incredible Fallout is. Let us know what you like about the format, even things you'd like to improve. And don't forget your submissions.
Yes.
There's still spots.
And yeah, I don't want to speak to that. We haven't mentioned it in a bit. If you are at home watching this gameplay and you want to be a part, guess what? You can be. It's unbelievable. I submitted my submission live on stream when we kicked this off. You can too. Create a video clip, a short video clip of yourself, letting us know which club you want to submit for, and you will have a chance to be considered to join that club, to join the action, and to compete for a piece of that $10 million total prize pool.
You'll love to see it. So not only are players competing on the Friday sections, but they also get to compete during the week on the trials, ATK racing, squad goals, golf. It's all fun. It's all Fortnite all the time. And man, has it been fun.
That's for sure. And here we go. Game number 6. Our final match of the first opening week of European Fall Skirmish is about to go down. We have some great storylines. Will Kinstar and co. keep that number 1 spot? Will Svenas take a top 10 spot, currently sitting at 11th or 12th place? Only time will tell, and let's see how the action breaks down. Where are we dropping?
Looks like, let's take a look. You know, so we've got already a team at Flush Factory, which is good. We looks like there's a team as well near Greasy Grove, even Soccer Field. You know what's interesting is that a lot of players jump early, but they almost travel farther. Yeah. I'm assuming it's because you basically give yourself time to make a decision, right? You see, okay, well, there's another duo, maybe 2 at this POI. Okay, well, we can deviate and go over here. But, I mean, look at this. They flew all the way to Snobby Shores.
He's by himself. I don't even see his teammate near him. So maybe they're going for a split strategy. They, perhaps, and this is the potential opportunity with this beautiful format, they want to hold the throne. So maybe they're right there. They said, hey, we need a high elimination game. And look at this. Speaking of high elimination games, we finally have the match we've been waiting for. Some action at Tilted Towers. We've seen only one team drop there time and time again. Now we will have a game. 5 teams, maybe 4 teams over at Tilted Towers. Let's break down the action.
Man, oh man, you love to see it. We've talked about it all 5 games to get to see it here in the 6th. I'm very, very excited, and all of you at home should be excited because today, potentially, we'll crown an EU holder of Tilted Towers. Because for NA, it's, I mean, Aiden/Nick Burks, you know, Summer. Wow, if Aiden and Nick Burks were a duo, oh my.
Oh, baby.
Oh my.
No one would go Tilted. I mean,
no one would go Tilted. They would just not land. Yeah. The lobby's theirs. That's it. Goodbye.
Oh, wow, look at Tixi playing with such aggression. That was so risky, and he gets away with it. Now, in a 1 versus 1, he gets tagged up with the shotgun here. Can he get the double? Yes, he does. Tixi making some hero plays with a gray assault rifle. Wow.
That was absolutely incredible. Point blank, he opts to engage these players. And now he gets to run away with his life. That's crazy. Now Ukes, look, Carnifex and Ukes. Oh, Ukes has gone down to the likes of DK. And Dan Hizzle as well is here. And not to talk about, or to go back and talk about it, but he's almost got himself 1 point with those 3 eliminations, man.
Crazy.
You literally start the game with 3 eliminations. That's crazy.
That's amazing. Hey, that's why you drop Tilted, my friends. Take some notes, North America, as we're coming to you soon. We want to see some Tilted Towers action, as you can get, it's high risk, certainly high reward. You can get some nice points early on as well. You can hold that throne.
Now look at this. We've got 1 clinger out there. Carnifex goes down. Poverty from across the way takes him down, and DK eliminates Carnifex as well. Look at this. Reflection was at Windwalker knocked out Reflection with a great fall.
Yeah, and I love how DK and Dan play that. They work their angles, one person in one window, DK on the other side. No matter where that member went, he's going to get taken out. Very well played. Brilliant from DK and Dan. And now they have all of U apartments to themselves to loot up, to mat up, and they're going to be in a good spot here with their materials. There's
also Martin up across the way there, and an additional player there in Tilted. So 3 additional players remain. Let's take a look. So back over to Lothar. Over at Pleasant Park, he's trying to find Hex. Trying to just ensure this elimination so he can help his teammate out. Okay, so Hex is still up top. Oh, he's coming down. I don't know. Did he not see him?
Wow. Some delayed reactions there. I'd like to see his eye tracker now for Lothar. Good shots put in.
Now Windwalker, a Hex again trying to be dropped down. Oh, but he gets taken down there.
Oh, the 180. That would have been brilliant, but instead, Windwalker, Mr. Pleasant Park himself. He is the mayor of Pleasant Park. I'm deeming him.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Pleasant Park's nice. Very recently, though, the price has gone up to stay and live there.
Yeah, rent is ridiculous.
It's pretty out of the
astronomical.
I was gonna move there, but I was like, it's too expensive for me, dude.
Yeah, you know, listen, I'm making some good V-Bucks, and I decided to spend my V-Bucks in Tilted Towers. So I got a nice loft in Tilted.
Dang it! I bought that Valkyrie skin, so I'm pretty poor right now. But things are what they are. But back over to Tilted Towers, we got jetpacks, and look, he knows DK and Dan Hizzle are inside this building.
And on the topic of real estate, Fortnite Monopoly. Look at that sniper, 40 meters away. Jetpacks is going to connect with a beautiful one. That's going to set them up perfectly now. 2 versus 1 opportunity. Martin is playing with aggression. He's getting high ground as well. But here comes the fight. Martin has the wrong weapon out, but it's not going to matter. He picks it up. Well played from the Method crew. They pick up 2.
That was sick. So he used the grappler to fly over Martin's head and basically very quickly get in the face of the player there. And together they just pick up eliminations. 2 points or 2 eliminations heading their way.
Is this guy's name Hashtag? I think it is.
Is it Hashtag?
No, his teammate is Hashtag. We'll check it out in a second. We have Hashtag.
Hashtag.
If you're rooting for Hashtag here and his club, Hashtag is, of course, as I say that, I give him the caster's curse. He gets knocked out. Sorry, sorry, Hashtag.
No. It is Hashtag, though. Pride Hashtag. Okay, Poverty is there as well. Aragonist.
Interesting situation here.
Okay, so look, Aragonist and Fail Rusher together. You got Hashtag and Poverty together. Vermax is by himself across the way. Whoa,
Which is why he's playing it so passive. He's by himself. You don't want to push a 1v4, essentially. And I think, did they get the revive off? I hope they did not yet.
No,
Hashtag is still down. And finally, Hashtag is going to get taken out. Hashtag, sorry, Hashtag.
I love that. I honestly wasn't ready for that. You just, yeah, that was really funny. Thank you for that. I mean, take a look at this. Fnatic Jarl, Fnatic Ethnix, though, up against M11 and Skewer. Near Lonely Lodge as well, not too far from the zone.
Is this skewer like a pork skewer? Like a souvlaki? Like a kebab? Is that what we're talking here?
What was the one before kebab?
Souvlaki. It's the Greek version.
Souvlaki. Oh.
Souvlaki is like a...
You're taking me out
for
Greek food, dude.
Yeah, I'm taking you out for... Yeah, we got to go to Greece together. We'll take you to my home and native land, Crete. It'll be great.
That sounds like a plan. Bromance engaged.
It's official.
It's official.
The Zeke Fallout bromance is official. Here we go. Checking out the Fevs now of Mouse Esports, of course. A great, reputable esports organization. He picks up the beautiful laser on Tixi, who I'm not sure if Tixi got that 4th heal in, but we saw Tixi put on a show earlier. Of course, that show is now going to be put to rest.
That's right. Over Fatal Fields, we got Not Mickey, TV. Now, Severn is down low, and he's down. But now I think his teammate's about to close in and get the revive.
Yep.
I feel like they're playing a little too passive. Yeah, if you know you down Severn, why not just push and get aggressive?
Exactly. Same situation we saw before. I think it was between Unique and Co. When they were able to get the revive off, and Unique ended up winning that fight. We'll see if the same tale is told. But both Chinkin and Severn are hurt right now in this one. As it is going to be Mads on the other side of the map, taking out Fail Rush in that original stalemate we saw earlier. So we'll keep a close eye on the bottom left of our screen here. But this fight is going to be interesting now. Mickey playing very passive, even though they have a significant health advantage. I'm not sure if they realize it, but again, resource management is crucial. Now they're just going to gatekeep this hill. It's perfectly played.
You know, he's not making aggressive plays, but he's using a lot of materials there to just kind of like navigate. So he's got to be careful. He only has 6 builds left.
Oh, wow.
Now it's 5, 4. Okay, now he's slowed down his building, which is good. So he realized that's okay. Well, he built again. As I say that. Mexi, though, here up top. He's got the bird's eye view, but he's just waiting for them to make basically an appearance.
Exactly. There's really no reason Chinkin and Severin should survive here in this one. A complete advantage goes to Mickey TV and Mexify, but if they do it, man, I got to eat my words. We'll see if they can do it. If it's anyone, it's going to be Severin, the up-and-comer in the European scene. I believe coming from Denmark. We'll see if he can do it.
They're trying to close in right now. Now the Storm just moved. Oh, Mickey TV just takes down Severin again. Okay, he's going to secure the elimination. This is good. He can pick up any mats, any loot that he has. Nice. Ammo count goes up.
Chinkin, I believe, still is going to get taken out as well. There you have it.
There you go. He goes down to the rifle.
But Euron picked up the elimination on Chinkin. So I'm not sure that was a third party from elsewhere. Meanwhile,
I believe it was.
Suzlaki Skewer here in an interesting situation.
And now they're outside in the zone. Fnatic at Nyx right there. He gets shotgun there. Goes down to a great fall. And now over to Jam's side, who is looking a little hurt, but he's got bandages. He's going to be able to top himself off. Man, the mats look great. 900 metal. Wow.
Yes, in a good position here. This VP team has really impressed me. Jam side and SK7. Some good gameplay from them. And here we go, back to Mickey, over towards Fatal Fields. This is where Euron actually came over in third party, the elimination on Chinkin. Big 1-versus-1 opportunity. It's going to be Mickey that comes out on top. And alpha males in that one. Well played from them. Mickey picks up the elim. And just like that, Mickey and his teammate Mexify will continue to roll their way over towards their next circle.
That was good for two reasons. One, he had basically no ammo. Two, he was out of materials entirely. But now look, Lay is here. Well, oh, he jumps over Mickey, so Mickey has to disengage. It's Lay by himself. Both Mexify and Mickey are here.
And people might be wondering why he's not using that second slurp juice. You can only have one slurp juice active at a time, so he has to wait for that first slurp juice that he popped to fully proc or finish before he can use the other. Maybe we'll give it to Mexify instead.
I feel like he needs to, right? Oh, there's apples around as well. Eating an apple is 5 HP. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so used to seeing endgame circles that I'm like, you just ticked for 10, you're down, friend.
Look at this circle right now. This is beautiful work from the production team here. Only 2 teams in the circle at all. So look how late these rotations are from everybody here. I don't know if that's a difference between North America and Europe, because I feel like we see somewhat earlier rotations come through in the North American side, and the Storm is collapsing, and still only 2 teams in that circle already.
Yep, we've got people as well funneling in from the north, from literally every direction. People coming in from the shipping containers, from down south near Salty. Tilted Towers is completely empty right now, so whatever duo was there has already abandoned it. And there's still 38 players left, so we've actually seen a massive change in things, right? I mean, at this point, we normally saw, what, 64 players?
Yep.
As little as, like, what, 50 or so? And now it's down to 38.
And look how interesting this is. Opting for a double heal loadout. So while we're all used to playing public matches, you see a lot of streamers drop medkits, drop bandages, and really not place a lot of importance. Look at the difference in highly competitive play. Heals are everything, especially with the best players in the world tagging you up throughout the entire match and opting, instead of some weapons, for a double heal loadout. Very interesting. Oh, look at this, though. So Lez still alive.
We saw Mickey not too long ago against Lay, and I believe his teammate is nowhere to be found. Lay with the grappler play, but he goes down. He was lost in the Storm. Unfortunately, he's ticked down.
Wow.
So Mickey got him super, super low, but the Storm decided to eliminate him instead. So Mickey doesn't get credit, and then goes down to Sops.
So that's interesting, though. Mickey could have actually decided to martyr his death for the Storm instead of giving Sops the elimination. We'll see if that's going to give Sops a point here. Currently, yeah, that's it. Oh, that's Junkin. Okay, I got excited here. I thought that was Sops. But to say that would have been the 4th elimination, which would have given him a point. We'll see if Sops has any elims already.
But that also means that Duncan is now with 1 point on the board.
Yep.
And if his teammate has any eliminations as well, they'll get additional points. Don't forget, 4, 6, and 8 are the elimination thresholds.
Look at this. SK7 uses that grappler, puts himself at a little bit of risk and hurt. And now the push is coming. Getting some high ground here. Grappler still in his hands. Is he going to play aggressive with the grappler? No, instead, he opts from assault rifle, long-range pokes. He's going to get some good pokes in. Still has that grappler at his disposal. 10 of them left, but wants to hold his high ground.
Looks like a player's he's actually going to destroy
and
that.
He knows there's someone below him.
That, yeah, so I think that was smart. I also think he could have saved it, potentially, for his own use, but I understand why he destroyed it. And now he's trying to close in on this player.
He doesn't know where he is. Maybe some miscommunication there, but luckily Jamside's going to pick up the elim on Apostle. Well played right there. That's textbook for both of them. I'm so impressed by this VP team and the way that they've played so well as a team. Immediately shutting down the disengage opportunity with the jump pad and taking their 2 versus 1 brilliantly.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, check out this new circle. So now it's back over by Tilted Towers. You see a lot of players kind of near there already, but everyone else is now trying to scramble their way over there. There's still 34 players left in this lobby. And I mean, man, and now it's going to slow down a lot because players are very far from the circle right now. Like you talked about, there's not many people within the zone. Yeah. They're just now starting to get to the safety. Now
watching Bowman. I'm a big fan. Competed at Summer Skirmish Finals at PAX West. Currently has quite a bit of health advantage over his opponents below him. Actually, it's pretty even, actually. I didn't realize Beehive didn't have a shield.
Ooh, but that Stink Bomb is very quickly going to change that.
Yep.
So what they need to do is they need to hop down, they need to hop onto Loot Lake, and then just hop across the safety. That's strategy. Any other strategy is wrong. I'm saying that, yep, there you go. Okay,
Zeke said it. Look at
there it is.
Nostradamus, a.k.a. Zeke here.
Woo!
I'm telling
you, dude, Loot Lake. It's a thing.
We finally got some Loot Lake action in game number 6 nonetheless. I am a happy camper right now.
It only took 6 games.
Yeah. I saw Mark Rain tweeting about Loot Lake.
Oh, yeah.
This is a phenomenon right now at this point.
I mean, you know, rest in peace, The Cube, a.k.a. Kevin. We missed thee, but thank you for making Loot Lake a bounce house. We love you.
Could not agree more. Look at this. It's beautiful. It's brilliant. It's Fortnite. On board now with some high building action. It's Roby. We called him out. The Vitality duo. Roby and Micah. Let's see what they can do in this one. It's gonna be Mikolo, sorry. Sitting high side right now. Nice shield, nice HP in a pretty good spot.
Again, I'm just saying, look down, Loot Lake. You just bounce a little bit. I mean, you saw those people disengage. You saw how effective it was.
So you're saying leave your high ground, bounce on Loot Lake. When in doubt,
100%.
bounce on Loot Lake.
Yeah.
The Zeke way.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Oh my God, there you go.
Oh, Heisel though gets knocked down. And now Micah has to back off and disengage. Look, there's a players across. Those were actually the players that disengaged and bounced across Loot Lake. I'm right.
He dropped his pen. I'm not even kidding you guys. In the studio here, he dropped his pen like he's dropping the mic here. My man Zeke is making a statement.
Loot Lake, guys, start using that thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I seriously
agree. Look at the pressure now. Yeah, the same folks that were able to disengage. Oh,
the port of Fortress.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
So the cool thing about the Porta Fortress, we've seen it used so many different ways. When you drop a Porta Fortress down, because it insta-builds, you just basically say, like, whatever it is that you were just shooting, you can just stop. And they're like, oh, Porta Fortress. Yeah. Not going to waste my bullets.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say 95% of the time it's a defensive item, which is great. You see a lot of offensive items. You see the grappler, you see grenades, any explosive, really any weapon. But then you have things like the Porta Fortress. Even remote explosives can be used both defensively and offensively to attack or to defend. But the Porta Fortress, a pure defensive item, which is good. It gives you a little bit of variety. And that right there, prime example, saved their lives. Vitality lives to see another day. Or another elimination, sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Hashtag shot to Nick 830.
Hashtag Nick 830 said. Hashtag.
Hashtag.
Hashtag. I missed that player. Best player.
Why is he eliminated?
I don't know. Come back to life.
I know, please do.
But City Driver and Isa here again, man. So we got 25 seconds before this storm starts to overtake the area. They need to make their way to safety. And again, Tilted Towers is the current hotspot. A lot of players are actually safe there. Let's see, Beehive and Bowman are within Tilted Towers. Svenos is actually there as well. There's a lot of people here. They're going to start to scramble, and with 5 seconds left, man, they got to make some decisions.
Exactly. Yeah, so we got a taste of Loot Lake action, a nice little tease going to the North American side of things. Oh boy.
All close. Okay, try again.
Break the wall.
It's okay. Try again. No, you can leave the wall there. There it is. You just bounce from the right angle.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no! But look, he's getting shot down. Okay, Massa, it's okay.
No way.
It's okay.
Panic.
There you go.
He's
Panic.
Nervous.
There it is.
Palms are sweaty.
Is there mom spaghetti? No, that's the question because I'm hungry. I have not eaten. I'm starving. I tried to keep.
Any Italians competing? I wonder.
That's a good question. I want to actually know that if there is.
Well, I wonder what the breakdown of nationalities. I know a lot of Scandinavians.
I want to find this information.
Yeah.
This is actually information I'm actually curious about.
Yeah.
But dude, look, 31 players left. Tilted Towers. Everyone's pretty much in the safe zone now, which is good. But dude, okay, so let's talk Tilted. Tilted is a fun end spot because it's, first off, one of the tallest POIs. Like, I'm talking from like bottom to highest building, right? On top of that, there's just so many places for people to hide.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of tilted, we have Solary, Kinstar, and Solary Hunter still alive, holding the throne.
No
Number
way.
1, looking to lock it down. Well played from them. They're sitting near Noms or Castle. I can't exactly tell. As FlyQuest Tinny still alive as well. So FlyQuest represented. We see Vitality represented. Some of the most premier esports teams represented here. SK7 going to continue their tear. The prediction I made, the bold prediction for Vitality to pop off, is still alive. The dream's alive, my friend.
The dream is alive. Nostradamus himself, a.k.a. Paula, has made a prediction. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you're keeping up and paying attention because this man spits fire.
Let's get some Vitality love in the chat and on Twitter using the hashtag Fall Skirmish. Let's see if Vitality can do it. They're currently in 18th or 20th place, something along those lines. And to break top 10, they need a big performance here.
Look at this, the double wall edit so they can both put down pressure and utilize grenades to apply pressure to Issa and City Driver.
Oh yeah, no damage despite the grenade spam.
They are keeping up the buildings, which is impressive.
That was great.
But now Hunter has no grenades. They've used a ton of ammo.
Yeah,
hopefully Kinstar has, well, I guess their resources themselves are fantastic.
Yep.
I mean, this is
materials.
This is classic Solar, right? They just always have materials no matter what.
Yeah, very methodical. Again, very similar to Team Liquid on the North American side, which, by the way, whether you're a European or North American, Australian, you name it, fan of Fortnite, let us know where you're from. Represent your region in the chat right now and using hashtag Fall Skirmish. But we have some North American action coming soon. The players you know and love, Nick Merckx, High Distortion, and many others will be competing in after the European counterparts finish. Of course, we got to break down this European action because Europe has really impressed me so far today.
They are just incredible. Back over to Roby and Micah, who are near. And look, they're actually just like openly running through Tilted. They're so confident in what they're doing right now. They're just like, we don't need to build. We don't need to waste mats. Let's just run straight there. We're good.
Yeah, so look at the stakes here. 3 points for Victory Royale. 4, 6, and 8 are the threshold of eliminations to get 1, 2, and 3 points. Vitality still alive. The dream is alive, my friends. Give them some energy in the chat. Vitality can do it if they can perform in the final minutes. Kinstar, meanwhile, speaking of performing, going to pick up another elimination. Tinny of FlyQuest is out of this one. Same with his teammate Crabble.
They go down to Kingwin and then Gambit. Take them down. 24 players left in the current lobby. And yet again, you talked about it, man. Kinstar and Hunter are still here. These guys have held the throne since match 1 with 11 eliminations. They've been at the top currently after all of the standings updates.
And look at that.
Svenos?
12th place. Another storyline we called out before this. They're alive. They have high ground again. Svenos, such a smart player.
He just has to try and pick up eliminations and place top 5. And look, players are going down left and right. Gambit goes down. Noisy knocks him out.
Wow.
But look, Hunter and Kinstar are still here. They're still high ground.
Look at their mats, too.
They are so good to go. I mean, they've got the ammo count. The only thing they're missing are Splodes, but we saw them use them earlier.
Oh, is this Svenos above him? I think it is. Interesting fight here. So they can knock out the team that's holding the throne right now, Svenos, if they decide to play aggressive instead. Look how smart Kinstar and Hunter play this, though. Just creating so many catacombs, so many boxes, and making it so difficult for people trying to rotate out of Tilted Towers to rotate out of Tilted Towers with all these walls that they own in play.
And not only that, man, it makes it difficult to track down exactly where they are. If they build a bunch of things, you can't lock them down. You just know they're somewhere in the tunnels. Where could they be?
Yeah, a brilliant play here. Now you see he's going to place some walls. Nope, they're just going to hold this entire area.
Everyone is scrambling right now, so look at this. We get a new safe zone. It's back toward Tilted Towers.
Wow.
And look at this, fighting going on all over the place. I believe Kinstar just threw down some of those stink bombs.
And he picked up one. He picked up a knock. So brilliant play from Kinstar. Just taking advantage of the third-party opportunity to throw a stink bomb and get someone that's maybe weak, maybe damaged, tagged up, and he can get the elimination.
Kinstar dealt it, and Twitch Beehive smelt it. That is an elimination.
Is that the technical term?
That is, friend. This is Fortnite.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Look at this, playing with such aggression here as Bloxu. Not sure if I agree with that, though. Unless he needed the mats, which he didn't.
He might. I mean, he's got the grappler as well, so we can kind of change as he needs, or change positions as he needs to. But kind of okay. Oh boy. Yep. So that's the thing, man. Is the grappler will definitely mean you take fall damage if you make an error.
Yeah, look at this. This is the damage that was dealt earlier by Kinstar. And I believe, yeah, they're going to be, all those walls is going to make it so hard for Black 2 to get out. Oh, no. Barely going to make it. Wow. Rockets here from Kingwin come through on board with Kinstar and Hunter, who are still alive. So not only are they holding the throne, not only are they in first place, they want to deal the rest of the damage. They want to finish what they started here. I love it.
That was, did you see the reflexes? The rocket came out and immediately places 2 walls, saying, no way, like, these walls are going to soak this damage for me.
And 9 people left. I said earlier that Game 5 was my favorite game so far. This has the potential to change that. It gets better and better here, folks. I love the way this gameplay is finishing here in game number 6. Top tier Fortnite gameplay. I'm getting excited.
Take a look, man. We talked about it. The narrative of Svenos. He's just outside top 10 as far as placements go. He's going to make it here. There's only 9 players left. Yeah. If he lets 4 players get eliminated, he's going to get the guaranteed point for making top 5. But Hunter and Kinstar, they immediately take down Kingwin. But Kingwin, oh wow! So Kingwin secured Kinstar, and then Hunter gets taken down. So Sakiner is here by himself, I believe.
And here we go. Sakiner, teammate of Dementos, representing Secret. He's going to try and go for a shot. He connects. No, he does not. He gets taken out, and Secret is out, I believe.
Svenos is actually down.
It was Svenos that went down.
He takes him down. So now it's Dementos up top. 3 players left.
Look at Dementos again. Is going to hold high ground. Such a smart player. This is the 3rd time we've seen him do that in late game. His teammate Sakinos is still actually alive, so I take that back.
This is a 2v1.
It is.
Look at. Okay, so he's got no AR.
Oh my gosh.
He's got a handful of SMG, yeah. And look, his teammate's down below. Oh no!
That can't happen if you're Sakiner. You got to stay alive right there. It's a 2 versus 1. You have a numbers advantage. You have to hold on to it. And now it's going to come down to no, he doesn't want the healing battle. He wants the fight. He's SMG out, no AR ammo. And there's rockets. He has so many of them. Traps are going to be placed as well. 1 versus 1. Dementos cannot afford a heal off, I don't believe, because he has no heals. But he has a lot of HP currently.
They're doing everything he can. If he doesn't fall right, can he secure this elimination? He does. He was lost to the storm. Dementos. Wow, barely makes it through there. That was an intense 1v1. If he had dropped Dementos down, I mean, you saw he placed all the traps. He set this minefield, this spot, and he said, look, if you drop down in here, you're going to take damage from all these traps. But Dementos plays it masterfully and just waits it out. He had no health. He was lost to the storm.
Genius play from Dementos, especially really bailing his teammate out. I mean, it was his teammate died in a 2 versus 1. You have the numbers advantage. I mentioned it. You want to stay alive. You want to value your life if you can. We, of course, didn't see the fight, so there might be more than meets the eye. But Dementos in a 1 versus 1, he clutches up. What a big play from him.
That was absolutely unbelievable. And then is our final game of the day.
Wow.
We will talk about a few things before we jump into standings. What did you think about that last game?
I mean, it was amazing. We kept saying it. I said Game 5 was my favorite. Game 6 surpassed it. The action keeps getting better and better each and every time. We've seen some stars in the making here. You can start to see it. A lot of people stepping up when it matters the most, but ultimately, Kinstar, Hunter, what a performance from them.
Absolutely. We'll have to see if they are still on top after the standings and after this game number 6. But let's take a look at the replays coming in from this last game. Whew. It was, wow.
Speaking of stars in the making.
Yeah, dude, Tixi right off the bat gets 3 eliminations. My goodness.
Unbelievable. And
wow.
Of course, takes out Tixi finally, but hat goes off to Tixi. We don't know if he picked up the 4th elimination to get a point. We'll check out the standings as soon as we have a chance to get that updated for you guys. Meanwhile, Skewer here in this one performed really well in the mid-game.
And, you know, I think, so there's a lot of things to take away from these first 6 games, especially if you're NA, right? We're going to see their 6 games coming up not too long after this, but if they've set a precedent, it's that 1, you go aggro, 2, you play methodically, 3, the tools, these new tools that you have within the game, the grappler, the shockwave grenade, even the Porta Fortress, these are all valuable items. And what's interesting to see is even the Porta Fortress, you can only hold 1. It eats an entire inventory slot.
Yep.
And you see people prioritizing these things. So if NA learns anything from these 6 games, it's, yeah, you know, if you want a turtle, that's great, but tools are also helpful.
Completely agreed. And tools in the form of 2 things, in my opinion, that are really new in terms of the metagame of Fortnite, and we've seen this evolution, which I think is brilliant. Tools in the form of mobility, and tools, and of course, the importance of heals. We saw the European scene place such a high priority on heals, holding medkits and bandages. You never see that really on the North American side, especially in live lobby play.
Yeah, it was interesting to see how many players also opted into very early take medkit and heals. Like they with 30 players left, were like, look, I'm anticipating a heal off, so I'm just going to pick these up. And at worst, they just changed that on the fly, you know. All the EU's players are very versatile. They know what they're doing. They know what they're getting themselves into, and their play is just out of this world, man. It's just insane.
Agreed.
It's so impressive.
And you set it up as brilliant as you possibly could have. The addition of the Porta Fortress, what that means for late game, ownership of walls immediately built. That was brilliant. We saw it come to play. I could not have asked for better Fortnite gameplay. We saw some shockwave grenade action. We saw a lot of grappler action. I'm excited. I think we'll see some more in the North American side.
I think so.
We could have seen some hero plays made, and I think we'll see that from the likes of Ghost Bizzle. Oh my gosh, we're seeing Liquid play. It's going to be great.
Oh my goodness.
Distortion, Nick Mercs. Oh man.
What do you think has been your favorite moment from these 6 games so far?
Yeah, so many to count, that's for sure. I got to go with game number 5, the way we saw that finish, the textbook play where one member was, I think it was City Driver, sat high side and healed up. One member went for the win, got the win. The hero play from Issa, it was Ghost Issa of Ghost Gaming playing incredibly well. I think that was my number 1 favorite moment just because it was a variety of beautiful 1 versus 1 hero action. He wins the 1 versus 1. I think that was against Svenos or maybe Grappler, I can't remember. And then he drops low and wins the 1 versus 1 after that. And this is actually, speaking of game 5, a replay from game 5 right here so you guys can see how the action broke down.
Just an unbelievable set of games. I mean, EU show up day 1 of the fall skirmish, nonetheless, and say, look, we're going to set the bar. This is the bar. It's really high up there. Okay, this is action. This is Fortnite. And so now we have to see if NA can show up as well. I mean, I just, like, I don't even know what to say, man. I love getting the opportunity to cast these incredible games, these incredible players. I honestly hope to beat every single one of these players someday. Because they've blown me away, and as far as like their skill level, their knowledge of the game, and
speaking of which, this is exactly what we were talking
there you
about.
go.
Look at that play from Ghost.
His head just drops down in point blank. And you saw the player didn't even react. They were like, oh wait, there's someone. Oh, it's too late.
Yep. Outsmarted, outplayed. You can't teach that. That's just something that you have. And so many of these Fortnite players, it's really cool. They have just ice in their veins. They know how to compete at the highest level. Talk about some of these players that consistently perform. Kinstar, first place, the entire 6 games. Can we talk about that for a second? They never lost the throne. They held first place in standings the entirety of all 6 games. Talk about performing when it matters.
That is just, I mean, Kinstar, I mean, this is literally the first game, like you talked about. In game 1, they dropped 11 eliminations, and they held the throne since then. I mean, Kinstar, Hunter, these are 2 unbelievably consistent players, and that is kind of like a resounding thought throughout Fortnite is consistency. How often can you put down eliminations, make it to final circles, have mats, have every item or variable that you need? Kinstar is that guy. He's literally a robot, okay? He constantly is like, look, at any point, and it's fun, it's actually interesting to think about too, because at every moment, with every decision he makes, it's almost like he's saying, okay, what is the best possible outcome here? What is the worst possible outcome here, right? So he's like, okay, well, let's make a rotation. Worst outcome, I don't have bats. I'm actually going to farm these trees. Hunter, go ahead. No, I'm farming trees. Okay, we're here now. What do? There's people. Should we engage? You know what, Hunter? Let's just build up here. And Hunter's like, yeah, we're going to build up here. Of course. Why wouldn't we do that? Like, these guys are unbelievable.
So what you're saying is no longer are we going to call him Kinstar. We're going to call him Kinbot. Because bot mode activated. He analyzes every situation and beep, boop, beep, boop.
He's like the Terminator.
Like the Terminator. Kinstar, real life, a.k.a. Kinbot, real life Terminator. We got a new nickname for you, bud. Well done. Well played from him.
Hunterbot and
we saw it, too, in those replays of Game 1, which is what that was. We saw Vitality. I think that's another key storyline here. And yes, you like to talk about the heroes, but how about the almost was? Vitality, a team that is representing a big organization, played well. We saw some of the beautiful clips from them. Mikolo played incredibly well, but just not enough to place, not enough to get the eliminations they needed to come out on top. So maybe a disappointing performance for Vitality, but I got to get my hat off. They played incredibly well. But looking at this Game 1 replay, it's almost like looking at photos of day 1 through 3 at the end of your vacation. It's like you get sad. You're disappointed that it's over because it was so much fun, but don't be mad that it's over. Be glad that it happened, and I'm glad that it happened. We saw some great gameplay.
Dude, absolutely. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, we have final standings. There was a slight error on the standings before, so we corrected that, but let's take a look. And after the 6 games, Kinstar and Hunter hold the #1 spot with 17 total points. In second, Jamside and SK. Third, Masta and Kaz. Fourth, Taboo, Genside, Blacks. And in fifth, Beehive, Bowman. I mean, even taking a look down as far as the top 10. So Svenos, look at that.
Wow.
They were so close. And keep in mind, when you go to tiebreakers, we go to tiebreaker rules, so they were just outside of that top 10.
Guess who's in there? The Secret Dementos and the Secret Sackener are both going to place 9th place. They take home some money, but look at this. Talk about the names. Kinstar. We got Master Kaz. We got Beehive Bowman. Skewer Miz with that beautiful victory royale that they had, I believe, in game number 4 or 5. I mean, just some great names. The Vic as well performing here today. And this is only week number 1 of the European Fall Skirmish.
No, I'm just going to stop right there. This is week 1 of just the Fall Skirmish. Okay? This is day 1. Okay, it's not even wrapped. We still have 6 games that we get to come back and cast for later. On top of that, we have additional weeks. I mean, unbelievable. Oh, you know what? So, by the way, at the end of it, they also held the throne. So,
the additional 2 points,
literally
no big deal.
all 6 games since the start, literally day 1, moment 1, Kinstar and Hunter said, hi, we would like to hold the throne, and we'd like to have this throne for the whole 6 games.
Kinstar who? You mean
Kinbot. Sorry, Kinbot and HunterBot.
8 points greater than the 2nd place team.
I just can't even.
Wow.
I mean,
but look at the you gotta get again. You have to give it out to the 17 through 32nd place players as well. You see a lot of people in there. Mitro and Pavzi played well and had some elements of greatness. Postal, one of your favorites with the bow tie himself.
Yeah.
A lot of great names in that 2nd page, that 2nd tier of placements. And you know what? They'll have more opportunities to represent their club. Squad goals next week.
Yeah,
more chances to play in the future.
Man, and let's take a look at the current pricing. So after that, that means Kinstar, Hunter right at the top. They get themselves 67K and the 305 club points.
Wow. We don't even know what club they're in. Hold on here. We didn't even.
Are you going to look it up?
Dementos and Sackener and Fortnites. We got. I'm trying to find them. I can't even find them here. We're going to get them ASAP. We'll let you guys know ASAP as well. Geez, I mean, what a.
We have the whole list. I'm actually looking at the list here. Kinstar is a Dusty Dog.
Dusty Dogs
is
in
Hunter.
First place officially.
So Dusty Dogs, you guys are gonna net yourselves 305 club points here on day number 1.
And maybe
so what you need to do is you need to be like, hey yo, Kinbot, thanks. You're amazing, Hunter. You're also amazing. Thanks for the club points. Yeah.
I'm joining your club. Because you can enter a submission to join the Dusty Dogs. A few spots will be given to some fans that submit. Make sure to do it. Dusty Dogs off to a great start.
So, man, what do you think? Final thoughts before we sign off.
What a day it has been. I mean, this is only halfway through. We still have amazing North American action. But I got to say, all my thoughts dedicated to you guys, the European fans, the European players. I have a lot of space in my heart, just like you said, for the European Fortnite community. They are an awesome, awesome group. I have European roots myself, and they performed today. They put on a show. We saw some amazing things, new items used, so many storylines. I cannot wait. It really set the tone here. And once again, Europe impresses. And would love to know your thoughts at home as well.
Definitely. Don't forget to hit us with those thoughts with the hashtag Fall Skirmish. Let us know what you think of all the action, the format, the players. What's your favorite club? Talk about Fallout, how incredible he is. Answer is very. But yeah, man, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back very shortly with the 6 NA games. Yeah. That is 1 p.m. PST, I believe.
We have some time to actually respond to some of the great tweets and we've gotten as well. So Zekibus Prime right here. Make sure to let us know your thoughts because we'd love to engage with you while we're on a quick break here getting some lunch.
I looked at my phone before and there was just so many notifications. I was like, I have to just look at this later. So thank you guys again for all the love, all the dedication, all the passion. We do this for you. We love you all like he talked about. Commit to a team. Let us know which team that is, okay? We'll be back with more action later. Until then, enjoy Fortnite. We'll see you guys on the battle bus, and we'll see you soon.
Hashtag Lucky Llamas.
Hashtag Lucky Llamas.